bitch so bad, I wanna shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you want, it ain't nothing but a loop. Don't listen to friends, they don't know what's best for you. I want you to shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mason Marquis. This is a Sports Key podcast, episode 9. I'm with
Jackson Gamber
and a special guest today,
Kevin Sheppard.
All right, so Kevin is going to take us away today with the NFL. You know, he's a little special guest, so I want him take the floor for a second. What's something you want to talk about in the NFL?
What are your thoughts on the Kyler Murray situation in Arizona?
Well, I feel like it's been brewing for the past couple years. You know, Call of Duty was a big thing. He just can't stay on the field. He's been hurt a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if they moved on, but you know, he's going to get his opportunity this year. And if he plays well, and he wants to play well, it's obvious that he cares, then they'll stick with him. But I see no problem with them moving him on if he doesn't play well. What do you think, Jack?
I feel like obviously, you know, there's not much he can do with injuries, and you know, it's preventable, but like to an extent. So, you know, moving on from him would be kind of, you know, messed up, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day. You win games, you make more money if you're the owners. So you got to do what you got to do to win. And then if you're the coaches, if you're not putting the best team out there, you're going to lose your job. So he's a good quarterback. He'll win a couple games.
When healthy, where would you have him on your tier list?
That's tough. He's a player that bounces around a lot. Like, he'll start off the year amazing and then just have a huge fall off in the middle of the year.
That's also Cliff Kingsbury, too. He has a track record of that.
But I definitely put him top 12, maybe top 10. So really anywhere from 10 to 12 when healthy, I think is a good spot for him.
Now, say the Cardinals do move on from him, where do you see him going?
Well, there's a lot of teams that I think he'd be their starter. So he'd probably look for a team, maybe, you know, they're in the West, right?
Yeah, NFC West.
Get out of the West. Just get out of that division. Try to find a new home. Indianapolis likes going through quarterbacks. You know, they have a new quarterback every year.
They did just draft Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I was going to say, they just drafted a quarterback, so if he doesn't play well, he could have an opportunity for a starting job there. So I think it's going to be interesting to see, but, you know, there's still an entire year left to play, so I can't make a prediction yet.
What do you think his trade value would be on the market right now?
That is 100% dependent on if he's healthy or not. If he's able to stay healthy the entire year, you can get a second-round pick for him, maybe a third-round pick if you're really trying to get rid of him. If he goes through any more injuries, needs any more surgeries, maybe a 6th-round pick.
It also depends on how much salary Arizona is willing to eat, because he did sign a huge extension not that long ago.
If they want to get rid of him, they're going to eat up a big chunk of his salary. But I honestly think they're going to stick with him. I think he's a good enough quarterback that he's going to prove it to them this year. Speaking of quarterbacks, who are your top 5 quarterbacks?
All right, at number 1, it's got to be Patrick Mahomes.
I agree.
At number 2, give me Joe Burrow.
That might be a little high for Joe Burrow.
I got him at 2. If I want to win games, give me Joe Burrow. At number 3, give me Josh Allen.
See, I like Josh Allen. Coming off the injury, UCL, right?
Yeah.
UCL injury. I don't know if he's going to be the same guy, but he played most of the year last year with it. But I think 3 is a good spot if he stays healthy.
At 4, give me Jalen Hurts.
All right.
After last year, it's hard to not have him up in your top 5.
Listen, as an Eagles fan, unpopular opinion.
He's probably
among Eagles fans. No. He's number 7.
Come on, it's not that delusional.
He's number 7, number 8 at best. At best, number 8 actually.
And I got Rodgers at 5.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot. That's
I got Rodgers at 5. He's 1 year off back-to-back MVPs. He's going to the Jets. He's going to have Garrett Wilson. They just signed Dalvin Cook, so he's going to have a run game to help take pressure off.
You know who else the Jets signed a couple years ago that was a washed running back? Le'Veon Bell.
Okay, that's different.
What's different?
He came off of sitting out for an entire season.
I'm just saying.
Of course he was.
I don't
playing.
think Dalvin. What?
Didn't he box in like the
Yeah.
like with the YouTubers?
And he got knocked out.
Yeah, he did, too.
No.
He needed some CTE to go into.
I just don't think that Aaron Rodgers is the same guy. I think he's definitely a top 10 quarterback, but
All right, so
top 5 is crazy.
All right, so you said you got Hurts at 7, and you don't got Rodgers in your top 10. So what?
So
what's
what
your
are
top,
your
what's your
My top
five?
5. All right, consensus obviously Joe Burrow number 1.
Whoa.
Patrick Mahomes number 1. My number 2, I go Josh Allen. Number 3, give me Joe Burrow at 3. I think is a good spot.
Yeah, I feel like that's a consensus like top 3. And
Yeah.
whether you have Bro 2 or 3, like I wouldn't be mad at Allen at 2.
Now, off of the way that he played last year, I don't think he was in the top 5, but I think he's definitely going to be number 4 this year. I think he's going to have a huge jump. Give me Justin Herbert at the 4 this year.
Oh, dude, I'm not mad at that.
I think he's going to be elite this year. I think he's just him. And then, number 5, there's a lot. Listen, guys like Hurts come to mind, like Rodgers, but I don't know. They're not in my top 5.
So then who's your 5th?
I don't know, but it's not either of them. It's not either of them, but it's someone.
Because I know you're not big on Lamar. Lamar's not your 5th, is he?
No. See, I just don't like running quarterbacks. Running quarterbacks to me are just.
So if you don't have Rodgers, Lamar, or Hurts, you gotta pick somebody for that 5th.
Hell, give me
I know you're about to say some dumb shit.
Yeah, maybe. No, I think that this guy's gonna have a huge bounce back year. Give me Derek Carr.
I thought you were about to say Russell Wilson, but that might be worse.
Oh, dude, Russell Wilson sucks. Russell Wilson.
Dude, Derek
just
Carr
sucks.
is never going to be a top 5 quarterback.
$20, the Saints make the playoffs this year.
It doesn't mean he's a
listen,
top 5 quarterback.
Listen,
Lock it
and
in.
hold check it.
No, I don't care because even if he has a top 5 season, that doesn't make him a top 5 quarterback if you have one top 5 season.
That's true.
No, I'm not. See, but I'm saying for next year, he will be QB5. Off of statistics, he'll be QB5. Just like Justin Herbert, truthfully, isn't a top 5 quarterback throughout his career. But I'm not saying throughout their career. I'm thinking next year, where will this person be for me? Like at the end of next season.
The only reason I'm not taking that bet is in case Michael Thomas is healthy. Because if you have Michael Thomas and Chris Olave, bro, like he's gonna have weapons. Eventually, he's gonna have Kamara back after a suspension.
6 games, right?
I think they knocked it down to 3.
Dude, the NFL needs
He's
to
gonna
figure out
have
their
weapons.
suspensions.
He's gonna have a good year. I like Derek Carr, but
Top 5. He's gonna have a top 5 year.
All right, let's talk about Nick Bosa. So he's likely to sign a new contract to make him the highest paid defender or defensive player in NFL history. What are your thoughts, opinions, and does he deserve it?
I think he definitely deserves it.
I would agree with that. I think he deserves it between his age and just his production and talent.
He's a top 3 defensive player every year since he got into the league. So
And he tore his ACL, came back, and
yeah, and
was even better than
he didn't
his
skip
rookie
a
year.
beat coming back from the injury. So yeah, I think making him the highest paid player, knowing that he had the ACL injury, is a little bit of a risk. But if you want to secure a player like him, sometimes you have to take risks. So
And I think he showed enough production after that ACL injury that I feel like a lot of those concerns.
So speaking of ACLs, did you guys see the Odell Beckham thing about Sean McVay had an interview and pretty much said that when the Rams signed him, he already had no ACL. Like it was pretty much guaranteed that he was gonna tear his ACL because that's how weak it was. And Odell just said we're gonna just go till the wheels fall off. So does that if you're Odell, do you put your career first at that point and know that you have a high risk of injury, or would you have considered retiring if you were him?
I mean, listen, at that point, at the stage he's at in his career now, I feel like he made the right call just going to the wheels fall off because I mean, you could, like you said, it's either that or retirement, so might as well just keep going. Because if you're going to retire anyway, you can live and just not get ACL surgery and just let it heal naturally if you're going to retire.
I mean, it never heals. It just
Well, yeah,
isn't
but
as
heals
bad.
and heals
doesn't
enough.
hurt as bad. I don't know. That's such like
He's got money for stem cells.
Jack's huge on stem cells. Ever since watching Whitman Can't Jump with Jack Harlow, that he's talked about stem cells quite a few times.
You kind of look like Jack Harlow.
I see it a bit, the hair a little bit. No, I definitely respect Odell for just wanting to play, but I don't know. Now it makes sense why no other team really like was signing him because it's just such a huge risk. But as a contender, I guess it makes sense.
Do you think he'll give any substantial production to Baltimore at all?
Oh, I mean,
if he stays healthy, do you think he's still got some?
Here's the thing. Baltimore has had some good receivers. Like, Hollywood Brown was a good receiver for them.
Yeah.
And Lamar never did anything great with them. I'm just not very high on Lamar. And, he's older now. He has that ACL injury. Not even that he's that old, but with just the injuries he has, he's ran so many miles on that body. I don't know how much he'll do for them, but if he's able to stay healthy, he'll probably have some production, but just with the way Lamar plays, he's not going to have a great year, I don't think.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you guys I'm going to name somebody, okay?
Yeah.
And you guys have to tell me how you guys think this player is going to do during the season.
Just good, bad.
Yeah, and then just talk on that.
All right.
Number 1 is Sauce Gardner.
All pro.
Yeah, definitely.
All pro.
Definitely going to the Pro Bowl. Number 2, number 1, maybe number 2.
Him and Patrick Surtain are 1A, 1B right now.
Yeah. And I don't even watch Broncos games because I don't like Russell Wilson. But it's just so obvious.
We've heard a lot of Russell Wilson slander considering we're not even talking about him.
Dude, Russell Wilson sucks. I just don't like Russell Wilson.
He gave us a Super Bowl, so I like him.
Dude, that's why he sucks. He's just a bum. No, Patrick Surtain's really good. I think he's probably my number 1. I'll put Sauce Gardner at 2 right now. But
if Sauce could very easily become.
Yeah, you could. If you want to argue it the opposite way, I couldn't really make a huge argument against it. So definitely All Pro without a doubt.
Possibly top 3 defensive player of the year voting.
If he stays healthy, is he a future Hall of Famer?
I mean, if he keeps up this current trajectory, sure. But I mean, there's lots of people who have had breakout rookie years and then fall off. But I don't see why not. I think he's a lock.
How old is he?
21,
22. He's going into his second year, so.
And he came out of college the earliest you could. Like, he got in and got out as fast as possible.
All right. Next is Jamar Chase.
All Pro.
Same thing. Huge year for Jamar. Going into year 3, like.
What about that Burrow injury? Is Burrow going to be ready for week 1? Because
I don't remember. I
how
saw it,
long
but
Burrow's
I didn't read the
be
whole
out,
thing.
I haven't paid too much attention. But depending on how long Burrow's out, that's going to affect Chase a lot, obviously. But Chase is just so good.
Yeah, no, he'll be good for week 1.
I think he'll be okay. Oh, all right.
So then, because I mean, Chase, obviously his total statistics were down last year because he had some injury problems, but his per game numbers were still on par with his record-setting rookie year.
Which is even more impressive because you're going out with an injury, coming back, and you're still able to keep this up to the same production. Coming off injuries back-to-back is really impressive.
Next 10 years, who you want? Jay Jettas or Jamar Chase?
Jay Jettas.
Dude,
no.
Listen.
You can't make an argument.
You can't make an argument. I would take Jefferson too. I'm just saying the argument for Chase, I think it's closer than a lot of people think.
So, Bart, you're agreeing and still arguing?
No, I would take Jefferson slightly, but I think it's more possible for Chase to be the better of the two than people give him credit for. Because his touchdown production is so much higher than Jefferson's already.
Here's why I'm taking Jefferson. Jefferson's floor is right here. Jefferson's ceiling is right here. Chase's floor is right here. His ceiling is right here. So he has the potential to be better. But if he doesn't pan out, he's not going to be nearly as good. Where Jay Jettas, he's already that good, and there's, maybe his ceiling's not as high, but he's definitely going to be a top 5 wide receiver every year he's in the league, other than maybe his last 2 years when he's old.
I also feel like Jamar has a higher potential to put up big numbers because of his quarterback situation. Because him and Burrow are going to be progressing together
But if we're
at the same rate.
If we're taking next 10 years, and I'm just being able to pick whatever player I want. Give me Jay Jettas, and then give me a quarterback that he's going to be able to play with for the next 10 years, not Kirk Cousins. Put Jay Jettas on the Bengals. Who's going to have a better year in and year out?
What if you had them? You're saying
if you had them
just
both on the
back
Bengals,
LSU, but on the Bengals.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, both of them on the Bengals. Who's going to be better?
Dude, it could be Jamar.
I don't think so.
It could be. At LSU, it was Jamar.
At LSU, he was just getting more touches. That's all it was. Matchup wise, Jay Jettas was always on the better corner was always on him.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say the same. Currently, Jay Jettas is getting like way more targets than Jamar is right now, and Jamar's still putting up similar numbers.
I don't know. Give me Jay Jettas any day.
All right, next player. Jalen Waddle.
Borderline All-Pro.
If Tyreek wasn't taking so many targets away, he would be All-Pro.
No, all right, but here's I think he's gonna be All-Pro.
Super talented. Talented.
And Tua being a lefty, he's rolling out a lot more now, and Waddle's gonna be playing in the slot again, so he'll be cutting across the field to Tua. I think there's a good chance of him being All-Pro.
It depends on Tua's health too, though. With his concussions.
Dude, Tua put on like 20 pounds of pure muscle. I don't know if you saw the pictures. Bro looks like Jason Momoa.
I know, but still with head injuries though, like it just takes one more for him to be done.
Bro, head injuries are nothing.
Pull up a picture of Jason Momoa.
Is that the dude that played Aquaman?
Maybe not quite there yet, but he's jacked now. He is jacked. And he's wearing a new helmet that's supposed to be way better with concussions.
How many years do you think it'll be till Jalen Waddle is officially like the wide receiver 1 in Miami over Tyreek?
A year. I think this is the last season Tyreek's number 1.
So you think next year Waddle will be 1,
yeah,
Tyreek 2?
I think in a lot of ways he already is their number 1 wide receiver. I think he's not the most talented, but I think when I think about Miami's wide receivers, my first thought goes to Waddle. Like I think that he's just when you think about the franchise,
Dude,
Tyreek played
when
crazy last
but
year.
when you think about their franchise as a whole, you think of Waddle.
Well, that's also because Waddle was drafted there, and then Tyreek came over from Kansas City, so there's that.
I just feel like when I think about like who's the guy in Miami on offense, it goes to Waddle for me. Like that's my mind just goes straight to Waddle.
Tyreek's starting to get up there in age a little bit, so I feel like that's this year, and then I feel like next year Waddle could take that over because that would be his third or fourth season.
Yeah.
Well, Tyreek also does his children. So.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore.
All right, bro.
All right, next.
Wait, no, like 2 years ago, Tyreek posted something on TikTok with pillows, and like they would ask each other questions, and they would hit the pillow and hit the kid over the head if he got the question wrong, and they would go in order. I sent it to Jack. I was like, he better be careful making these videos.
All right, next player is Mason's man, Jalen Hurts.
All right, why are we saying he's my man? I actually don't like him. And I've said this. I don't like him as our quarterback.
Why not? Dude, he brought you to a Super Bowl, and he balled out in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes just popped a perk at halftime.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened. No, I don't like running quarterbacks. Name me 2 running quarterbacks in NFL history that won a Super Bowl. They've gotten there.
Do you count Steve Young as a running quarterback?
No. He is not
for the time he was.
Oh, but was he all right? He was pass first quarterback, right? He was a pass first quarterback. I've made this argument at work every day for the past year, pretty much.
What about Steve Young?
No, not about Steve Young. But about running quarterbacks.
Your coworkers, bro.
But about I did make an argument about Steve Young once. Listen, he's a pass first quarterback.
Okay, yeah.
Like he gets in the pocket and he's under center. You're not expecting him to run. You are expecting him to pass. Hurts, you game plan for Hurts to run the ball. You game plan for Lamar to run the ball. You are game planning for Cam Newton to run the ball. Those guys are good enough to get you to the playoffs, maybe get you to the Super Bowl, but they don't win Super Bowls.
Okay, but
Name one that won a Super Bowl.
You guys losing to the Chiefs that had nothing to do with Hurts.
I'm not saying it did, but he's a running quarterback and he lost in the Super Bowl. Running quarterbacks just don't win Super Bowls. And I'm not saying it's just their fault. But name me a running quarterback that won a Super Bowl. Dude.
All right, does Russell Wilson, when he was young, count as a running quarterback?
I'd say he's more of a scrambler, but maybe I might count it. Like he's the closest thing.
He's borderline.
He's the closest thing to a running quarterback to win a Super Bowl. And he still was a pass-first guy that just could extend plays amazingly with his legs. He didn't have a lot of designed runs. It was him taking the snap and Seattle's offensive line being complete shit and him having to run for his life.
That's fair.
Like, just running quarterbacks, they get you to the playoffs. They might get you to the Super Bowl, but they don't win them.
How do you feel about Hurts? Like,
in the regular season, he'll be fine.
no, but I'm saying when he passes, do you think he has the capabilities to be a pocket passer if he just chose not to run as much? I mean, he's got the weapons around him. He's got Goddard, AJ Brown.
I think he has right now, he has a good arm for the style of play he has.
I would take his arm over Lamar.
Well, yeah, 100% I would. But if he decided to be a pocket passer and stopped running the ball, teams would stop game planning for the run, and our wide receivers wouldn't be as open. So if just out of nowhere one game he decided to start to be a pocket passer for one game, I think his numbers would be incredible for that game. But throughout the length of a season, I think teams would start game planning differently, and you would see his numbers fall back to earth, and he'd be a middle of the range quarterback.
Do you think he'd go to the Super Bowl without him?
Depending on who you put under center.
Like standard, just basic QB. Like, do you think?
No, I think
standard like Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
No, I think you need an above average.
Dak Prescott.
I think you need it. No, fuck that. Fuck that guy. Oh my god, why'd you even say that? I think that you need a top 10 quarterback to go to the Super Bowl, and I think he is a top 10 quarterback. I think he also just fit our style of play really well last year.
I feel like he can win a bowl without a top 10 QB.
You have to have a top 3 defense, and you have to have a top 3 rushing offense.
Does Eagles have that?
We have a top
3
5 defense, and
rushing
last year
offense, yeah.
our rushing offense was like
because Hurts is like
10.
your rushing
yeah,
offense.
Hurts is our rushing offense. Give us Aaron Rodgers. I think we make a playoff run and probably.
Weren't you just hating on Aaron
Yeah, no,
Rodgers?
I am.
I think
I
he won
was.
the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers.
I think we lose in the NFC Championship game with Aaron Rodgers. He just likes doing that. He likes losing in the NFC Championship game.
The Niners didn't have a quarterback in the NFC Championship game. You're not losing that with Aaron Rodgers.
Wait a minute. Things play out differently though in this case. I'm saying they have Brock Purdy the entire game. Yeah, speaking of Brock Purdy, do you think that he was actually good?
Look, if Brock Purdy beat Aaron Rodgers in an NFC Championship game, I would never mention him in a top 5 list. I would shut up so quick if that happened. I would never mention him anywhere near.
And you almost gave me Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott lost to Brock Purdy.
No, because we were just talking about give me like an average quarterback, and I was thinking Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott. But I'm saying Aaron Rodgers lost to Brock Purdy.
If the Eagles wanted to win the fucking Super Bowl, you know who they should have had? Carson fucking Wentz.
Shut the fuck up.
That's Ginger Jesus.
Shut the fuck up. Jalen Hurts is way better than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz had one really good year and then another good year.
Time out. People are praising Jalen Hurts. What did he just do? He had one really fucking good year.
Yeah, but
Carson Wentz had one really fucking good year. And everyone's saying that Hurts is the guy now. How do you know he won't fall back down to earth?
Well, Carson Wentz was the guy at a time, and now he's not a guy anymore.
No, I know.
It's because he tore his ACL partially.
Yeah, I don't think that Jalen Hurts is good enough to get the Eagles to win a Super Bowl. I just don't think running quarterbacks can do that.
Does he have a huge contract yet?
Yeah,
he does.
Which is the most aggravating thing. You know, if you want to have a running quarterback on your team, 2 years at most, I'm signing him to an extension.
Would you rather have Kyler, or do you consider him a running quarterback?
No, he's a running quarterback too, and he's short as shit. But he's got a cannon. He's got a cannon. Fucking D-hop down there somewhere. No more. All right, let's move on. We've been on this for so long.
Last one. We already talked about him. Nick Bosa.
Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Definitely a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, but
I mean, because he's going to be up there with Sauce. T.J. Watt is always up there.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Donald's in that conversation less and less each year now.
Yeah, he's getting older. Dude, they're still giving him a 99 card in Madden, which is insane.
Yeah, he doesn't need a 99.
Don't get me wrong, he's great, but
he's not the best defensive player in the year.
Not even the best defensive player, but he's not even the best at his position anymore.
Would
you say Chris Jones is the best D tackle?
Oh yeah, easy.
That's fair.
Madden ratings really define it for you though?
No, but
we're just
when there's a player that's better at a specific position, why is this guy getting a 96 and this guy getting a 99 when the guy that got a 96 is almost consensus better other than just the name? Take the names away and just look at their numbers. Give almost anyone would take Chris Jones.
Madden's just a shit game in general,
It
though.
is.
So I mean, there's way more than just player ratings that are wrong with that. But
No, I know. Yeah, definitely Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I think T.J. Watt's gonna take that. He's just too good. You know what?
Who are some rookie standouts right now?
I feel like you got to start with Bijan Robinson. He's got the highest potential to have a breakout rookie year because he is going to be Atlanta's entire offense.
Bro, Atlanta's got some dogs. I'm not gonna name them, but they got them.
No, they don't.
Who's Atlanta's quarterback now?
Riddler.
Is it Riddler? He's gonna be the starter.
As of now, yeah.
Dude, Riddler's. I'm not even gonna say he's good. I'm not even gonna say he's
Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
Bijan
alright.
is that offense.
Dude, but that's just gonna cause injuries. Like, if they're smart, they don't want him to be the offense this year. Like, he's gonna get so many touches, and I guarantee it's gonna lead to injuries in like 2 or 3 years for him.
Probably.
Because he's just gonna get hit so
He's
much.
gonna be inefficient as hell too, kind of like how Najee was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like good numbers, but
Yeah, hand the ball off to me 500 times, and I'm gonna have 100 rushing
yeah, like
yards.
3.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, like it's gonna look good on paper until you look at how many touches he has, and you're like, shit, this guy is mid.
He's the highest drafted running back since Saquon though, so there's a lot of hype around him.
Dude, but I just don't like taking running backs high.
I don't either. Just
Because
never.
they're in the league for 5 to 6 years at most. Like to be a top running back, you're the top running back.
What
for
team
2
has
years.
drafted a running back top 10 and has really been a heavy Super Bowl contender recently? Because the first two I can think of are Zeke and Saquon.
I don't. Where was the Derrick Henry taken? Because
Derrick Henry was taken later than you think.
Was he?
I think he might have been a second rounder.
I thought he was definitely first round.
You look that up?
I'm like 90% sure he was first round.
What is it?
Derrick
Derrick Henry draft. What pick was he?
No, I'm pretty sure he was first round. I could be
He
wrong.
was like 42.
45.
45.
Damn. All right. Yeah, and Zeke was taken in this. They were drafted the same year.
And Kamara was a third round pick. So you can get a lot of good running backs late.
Yeah, that's why. Just because they're so high risk of injury, and think about like all 3 of those guys that we just named were top 5 running backs for a couple years.
And none of their teams made a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they paid them all so much money.
Well, Saquon, there's a whole situation about
Well,
that now.
I don't think they should pay him.
I don't think so either.
Don't get me wrong, he's going to be really good probably this year. And there's going to be a team that's stupid and
he's
gives
going
him
to
a
go
5-year
He's going to
contract.
go crazy in a contract year.
But dude, it's just,
But I agree with not paying
I don't
running
think you should.
backs.
Yeah, paying running backs is the dumbest thing you can do.
Because if you're going to pay a running back, it would have to be front loaded. Their biggest value is their first 5 years. It's not like a quarterback whose worst 5 years are their first 5 years, most likely.
Yeah, and you go, dude. It's just why pay a running back when you could do something like the Eagles did and go out and get LeGarrette Blount the year that we went to the Super Bowl and beat the
Or like
Patriots.
even the Chiefs. Now this is like 31 or 32nd overall picks. It's not as big of a deal as like second overall. When they drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire first round, and now who's their main
He's
running
a
back?
bum.
Now who's their main running back? Isaiah Pacheco. Fucking
Bro,
are you?
I fucking hate Pacheco.
Are you,
dude?
bro?
The entire week leading up to the Super Bowl, we're from Millville, which is right next to Vineland, where Pacheco's from. I was working at ShopRite. Everyone there was like, dude, Pacheco's gonna go crazy in the Super Bowl. I was like, fuck Pacheco, fuck you, fuck your mom. I hate Pacheco.
Nah, bro, but that just goes to show though, 7th rounder.
Dude, you're
just
really
like,
making sure we're not getting
Dude, no, you can say fuck as much
you
as you
ain't
want.
getting
It's past 30
monetized
seconds.
anytime soon, bro.
It's past 30 seconds. We're good.
Once you guys hit a few thousand subscribers and start getting like slightly monetized, go back and take this video down. Nobody will notice. It's
Dude,
fine.
in the archives.
It's gonna go from episode 8 to episode 10. We're like, what the hell happened there? No, I just don't like Pacheco. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Any other rookies standing out?
Not Pacheco.
You just hate him because he went to Rutgers.
No, I fuck Rutgers, dude. They suck. He goes to Rutgers. They absolutely suck.
Fuck you, bro. We're
Dude,
not
no. He goes to Rutgers. And what's your favorite college football team?
Don't worry
What's your
about
favorite
it.
college
Don't
football
worry
team?
about
He's
it.
a Penn State fan.
Fuck Penn State.
Oh, now you're lying. Now you're lying.
Third down champ, bro. Fuck Penn State.
All right, you know what? if you go onto my phone, there's all it is Penn State whiteout game. You know, if you go to our thing, he sent me videos of Penn State whiteout games because he wants to go. Because you are a Penn State
I want
fan.
to watch him
Should I like
get
throw
the ass
the
kicked
should I like
by
throw
Oh
the
my
proof
God.
on screen?
No, we're chill.
Listen, Rutgers just sucks. Just admit it.
Listen. Being a Rutgers fan is going to be rough for the next few years because we're going to have Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and USC in the Big Ten.
Can we just talk about how good the Big Ten is?
Dude, I think the Big Ten is going to be the best conference in 2024.
Is it not already?
I was saying they're in the argument this year, but once those 4 teams make the Big Ten, it's
It's not a
not an
question.
argument.
It's not a
Because
question.
even if Georgia wins every the next 2 natties, okay, you got Georgia and Bama consistently good,
Yeah.
and then you've got like LSU here and there.
Well, dude,
and
LSU was just good for like a good 3 years.
I know, but
and
they're
then
usually-
and then they disappear for like 5 years, come back for a couple years.
They're ranked at 5th in the preseason poll right now.
They shouldn't
so
be, I don't think. I think guaranteed
I think
by
Penn
week
State.
3.
I'd take Penn State over
Oh.
LSU.
Penn State's ranked 12 right now, right? 11,
7
7.
because LSU was 5th. I think FSU
Where's
was
Rutgers?
6th. Shut the. Don't worry about it.
All right, let's move on. from this.
Listen. Clown Rutgers all you want. I get to watch Penn State and Ohio State and shit for free. So
All right, we'll talk more about this. We'll do an episode just about college football playoffs,
Yeah,
but we
sure.
do need to move on a little bit. I think it's time for us to probably move on to soccer. We've been on the NFL for a while.
No other rookies you guys want to talk about?
Nah, it's just too early to tell with this still being training
dude,
camp.
because all the other good rookies like Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, no matter how good they are, they're in a shit situation anyway. So it's
Not
like
just that, but they're like a lot of times you don't want them to be starters first year.
right, like Justin Herbert's an outlier.
Yeah.
He's not. That's not normal for that.
Yeah,
to happen.
because it's just like you want them to get a year of NFL experience before you throw them in there.
They're both going to be starters, I think, right away though.
Well, they don't really have a choice because their teams just suck. Who's going to
Yeah.
start over them?
Nobody.
Exactly. Sam Darnold? Is he still on the Panthers?
I don't think so.
All right, Jack's giving us a look like he's ready to move
No,
on.
I'm not.
He's ready to move on. Let's jump
I
into
just,
it.
I just.
This is your
That
thing. Go
dynamic
ahead.
was cool.
This is your thing. Go ahead.
All right, I just hope I'm not the only one talking.
No, well, I might comment on how shit Harry Kane is.
Okay, let's start with that. So Harry Kane leaves Tottenham, and which is huge. He left for 120 million. He went to Bayern Munich and instantly lost a cup final. Now,
It's kind of impossible to not win one when you're on Byron.
that's true.
Let's be real. It doesn't matter how.
They win the league every year.
Yeah, for the last like 20 years straight, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Well, he's gonna win a trophy before Tottenham,
That's true.
and it doesn't matter how.
Do you think Tottenham's gonna do good in this league? I mean, like they fell 8th last
If
year.
we're being completely honest,
Or
who's
last
their,
season.
who was their best player last year?
Kane.
Kane. He scored 30 goals, right?
Yeah. Yep. Right on that.
So
I know you feel good about that.
I remember you talking about that one of the episodes we did, like 7, I think, episode 7 or
Yeah.
6 or 7. I think like closing thoughts or whatever it was. Yeah, he's their best player. Son had a horrible year that last year.
Yeah.
I
not
just
really.
can't imagine
Good
them
for him.
Them being anything better than 8. I think that if they fall back at 8, I won't be too surprised. But they're definitely not going to be any higher than that. I don't think.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah, they're not really. Not a lot to talk about with Harry Kane, but moving on. Do you wanna?
You want to take this away?
What do you think about Neymar signing with Al Hilal for 100 mil over 2 years?
I've said this every time we talk about Saudi, and I just hate the Saudi league with a
Yeah,
passion.
exactly. Like I feel like they're just kind of ruining it. Like
Just like sell out league.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it's
well,
kind of,
100%,
and
like-
you can't watch it. Like that's the thing. Like you can't.
Are
watch
they
the
actually
Saudi
playing?
league. Yes, they're actually playing. Like they just had like.
No, are you sure they're actually playing,
Yes.
or are they just signing with these teams and having like one match every like 6 months?
No, like
so they can get
the
videos?
season started. Like there's pictures, there's videos of like the
I don't know.
games.
I-
But, like, there's like really no way you can watch it unless you're in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
All right, but say you're like Mbappe, right? And they throw
No,
$1 billion
no.
in front of your face. What are you taking the billion or are you
Well,
turning that down?
I already
I'm
said-
turning that down. I'm
No,
sorry.
I already said that I don't blame the players for taking the money, especially players that are older like Ronaldo, like Neymar.
Yeah, I think for
Like
Ronaldo,
Benzema.
I think Ronaldo is a. I would do it if I was Ronaldo.
Yeah,
in his
Ronaldo's
situation.
37.
Yeah, they're making
Benzema's
they're making
around
like
that age,
they're
35.
making like 100 mil easy. That's like their lowest contract is like 100 mil. It feels like they're
Yeah,
just
it's
throwing
not-
cash out.
Throwing that oil money.
Yeah, it's like I don't blame the players, but it sucks for fans. Like, go ahead.
So what do you think about the younger players? Like there's people like Jota, Saint Maximin. Obviously, you know, you're not familiar with the names, but they're these younger players, people who are like 23 to like 26, who are going for like normal amounts of money, like not like crazy amounts of money. They're just getting the benefits from it. What do you think of that? Like, do you think like that's still respectable, or do you think that's like just a, because no, you're not gonna see like someone be interested in someone who's playing in the Saudi league. Like, no one's really, you know, paying attention to that.
Yeah, here's how I look at it. If a team in the Premier League or the Serie A 10 league or Bundesliga offered me a contract and it was the same amount of money as the Saudi league, I'm going to one of the top 3 or 4 leagues in the world.
Yeah. There's
But
like that solid 5.
if they're throwing hundreds of mil at me, I'm gonna go to the Saudi league. But if it's like a normal amount of money and it's not anything crazy, I'd probably stay in the spotlight because it gives you more opportunity for sponsorship, which you can just grow your brand. If you're already established, like Benzema, like Ronaldo, Neymar, you already have all of those sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you're not losing anything going there. But
Right, and say like Mbappe, right? There's been some rumors tying him to like Real Madrid. If you're him, right, you could turn down that $1 billion now, go to Madrid for a few years. Like, he's young, so he could go there for a while.
Yeah.
And then after he's done there, he could go to the Saudi League for probably around the same amount
Exactly.
Yeah.
at the end of his career, but still have the legacy built up in La Liga.
yeah. And just think about all the fans in Europe. Like, we're from America. Like, it's already hard for us to watch the European leagues. But think about being from Europe and watching all of these players for... it's called soccer. It is called soccer. I think that we should change, like, when the World Cup's played in America, we should call it Soccer World Cup. Just because, like, just to piss off everyone
People would
else.
hate Americans even more than they
I don't
already
fucking
do
care.
now.
But no, for Europeans, you're watching these players play for like 5-10 years, and then boom, they're just gone off the face of the planet.
Exactly.
But they're not even retired. Like, they're still playing. You just don't get to see them. It would probably just be really upsetting.
Yeah, I just saw a Ronaldo highlight for the first time ever
He scored
the other day.
Yeah, he scored like in the last minute, like a final.
Has he been playing well?
I don't know, bro. That's the
He
point. I
just
don't
started
know.
because the season just started and they lost their first game. Al-Nassr lost their first game.
Well,
Do
I mean,
people in Europe feel that way about Messi in the MLS though?
That's
Yes,
what I was gonna
100%.
bring up.
Let's. So people are saying like
see, here's my.
that
I don't want to say something.
Ronaldo is doing more in the Saudi league than Messi is doing in the MLS, which I personally think is crazy.
That is crazy.
So Messi's stat line right now is 4 games, 7 goals, and he's
I
averaging
thought it was 5 games, 8 goals now.
How many assists he's got on top of that? Because he's got a
3.
few.
3. So he 4 games, 7 goals. People are calling the MLS the Burger League. Like, it's not, like.
Here's my thing. Soccer in America has been just whatever. Like, people just don't care about it. I think you started caring about it when you started playing FIFA at college.
Yeah, and because one of my roommates is really, really big into soccer, so
Yeah,
he
but
would always
first
have it on.
he got you to play FIFA first.
Yeah.
And then the World Cup came around. And America always gets, like, they always start carrying around the World Cup. And then it just goes away.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time that, like, people truly care about the MLS, and the greatest player of all time came to the MLS. He has a chance to grow the brand so much, which is going to build his legacy even more.
And you had that with like people like Wayne Rooney and when Zlatan Ibrahimovic came to
Like,
the MLS,
even
but like
all
just
the way
not
back-
as bigger. But
all the
like
way
they
back
still
to Beckham. When Beckham came,
Exactly.
that was the biggest
Andre
signing in MLS
Pirlo.
history. And if you're Messi, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard it's rumored that he got the same like incentive as Beckham, that once he retires, he can open
Yeah, he
an
did. I
MLS.
saw that.
He can have an MLS franchise for a set in stone price instead of paying like an extra $200 million over everyone else. It's going to be a set price. So I think that Messi coming here, it just is going to build the brand for the MLS even more.
Yeah, I feel like he'll have a bigger impact on the MLS brand than like Neymar or Ronaldo would have on like the Saudi league as a whole brand.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there's players there's fans in Europe that are trying to watch the MLS, where even if we try to watch the Saudi league, we couldn't.
exactly.
Like I just don't understand why people are even going to the Saudi league. There's never gonna be seen again.
Exactly. So, like for example, Saint Maximin, he was one of the main ones that was like really like.
And I liked him.
Exactly, he was really looked over. He's 26 years old. He had a starting position at Newcastle, and they just got Champions League for the first time in years. Like it's just like, and then he immediately leaves. Like that's so looked over, and his spot was just immediately given up. Like it wasn't. He easily had that starting position, and could have been playing Champions League
He was
football
so fast.
first time.
And
Exactly.
I guarantee you're not going to see any stats about him for the next year and a half, 2 years.
Besides when 433 pops up on my Instagram and they tell me the score line of the game, like that's it.
The Saudi league it was when Ronaldo signed there, it was supposed to be like the big like moment where everyone starts paying attention to them.
Yeah.
And I think everyone paid attention to one game when Al
that's-
Nassr and PSG had a friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't even watch the game. I just saw a highlight.
I
of
watched
it.
like a little bit of it.
But it wasn't that interesting.
I
The
turned
whole
it
league
on
isn't-
and Messi and Ronaldo were coming off.
So I don't
like
know. Saudi league sucks.
Going back to what Ronaldo said that we touched up on in a later episode. We said in a later episode we said Ronaldo said the Saudi league will be top 5 leagues
in the world.
in the next 5 years.
I'm pretty sure they're ranked like 25th.
Exactly. So they're
Not even close.
They're not close. I think they have an insane amount of new players, young players, old players, but they could do something. But you got to start televising it. Really.
Yeah.
I think that's.
What's your opinion on just viewership as a whole? Do you think do you care about the MLS whatsoever? Do you care about soccer in general, or do you just care about Messi and when he does something cool?
Yeah, I don't follow soccer insanely like that, but I feel like if he could help grow the MLS brand and MLS did start getting bigger, I do think that would be a good thing. I don't have anything against soccer. I think if it could grow a bigger fan base and more viewership, I feel like that'd be a big part of the sport in general growing in the U.S.
Exactly. And what I don't like is so there's this kid, he played for Barcelona, and his name is Rui Puig, and he really looked promising, good young talent, and all of a sudden he signs to LA Galaxy, and he got so much slander, and everyone said his career's over.
I don't think so.
That's exactly.
Sorry,
Now
so-
he's top player in the league.
While we're talking
Besides
about
Messi.
the MLS and Messi, right now in the MLS, the Leagues Cup is going on.
Yeah.
And as a Union fan, it's just been heart attack after heart attack after
Mhm.
heart attack. Penalty shootouts, last minute goals, last second goals, truthfully.
Mhm.
And this guy right here is the biggest asshole in the world. Tickets were $20 to the one game that we went to Penn's. And I'm like, yo, he texted me. He was like, you can't come over early because I have to do homework in the morning. I'm like, all right. So I text him when I'm done work. I'm like, yo, do you want to go to the Union game? He's like, yo, my bad, I slept in. I still got to do all my homework.
No, listen.
That's exactly what
That
happened.
is not what happened.
You
First of
cannot
all-
say that's not what happened.
First of all, it was a count midterm. It wasn't even homework. It was a whole
See,
ass midterm, and I
did
had
you do it
physical
at home?
therapy.
Did you do it at home?
Yeah,
Was it work?
bro.
Was it? So it was.
Alright. Alright. So yes, I slept in a little bit.
A little bit.
I slept in a little bit, and I did it after physical therapy. But had I known about the Union game that we could go for $20 before that, then I would have done it in the morning before PT. But you didn't tell me until it was already too
Because-
late.
I am a last minute person.
So then that's on you too.
No, it's on you because you still told me. You told me that you were gonna wake up. You said, I asked you if you want to play Xbox. You said, nah, I gotta go to bed early because I gotta do my midterm. And then you still woke up late.
You really believed I was gonna wake up early?
Yes, he told me.
Dude, you believe
I'm
me.
at work and I check my phone. I'm like, oh my god, these tickets are $20. He hasn't been to an MLS game. This would be a great game to go to. And then he.
Now the tickets are 1,200.
No. Those were like scams. They're like 300. I was thinking about buying one for myself, not for you, because Messi is coming to Philly tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. He hasn't lost
How
a game.
sick is that? Like,
dude, and he was rumored to come to the MLS every year since Inter Miami was announced.
Yeah.
And every time Jack's like, no, it's not actually gonna happen. This time he's like, no, it's not actually gonna happen. And then it happened.
not to mention they brought two of his boys like with him, like Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba,
I'm just.
two of his old Barcelona teammates.
I just hope the Union give Messi his first MLS loss.
Wait, how much are the tickets for that game?
$320 at least right now.
We gotta save for the Penn State game.
Dude, come on.
It's mad.
You can see Messi. You're still.
And not to mention,
Alright,
maybe
we can
celebrities
we'll
that
talk.
come
We'll
with
talk
him.
about it later.
You're still gonna
David
be able to see
Beckham.
Penn State.
Yeah, but dude, that's $300 for that too.
I'm saying you could see Penn State at home, at Rutgers.
They're
Not
not
this
playing
year,
at
but next year you
Rutgers.
can.
Yeah, but
Last year you got to see
you know
Sean
damn
Clifford
well
with it.
Whiteout's different.
You got to, and Sean Clifford's my rookie breakout, baby. Give me Sean Clifford.
What team is he?
Dude,
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I think he's on the Ravens.
That's Trace McSorley that was on the Ravens.
No, bro. Trace McSorley dipped. Trace McSorley's on the Patriots now. Yeah, bro. Y'all got a dog. Y'all got.
No, bro, he's not playing.
Yo, you
he's
didn't
not
dab
playing.
him up for that?
That's wild,
That
bro.
is
He already
messed
had a
up. That's getting
touchdown.
clipped.
He already had a touchdown in preseason.
Bro, I didn't even know we had Trace McSorley.
Let me go into the Prem match week. So, first match week happened. We had Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest.
We've been recording for almost an hour, 50 minutes already.
How long do your pods usually go?
Hour 20, hour 40, hour 60.
Just 50 minutes?
Yeah, that's what we're at right now.
Okay. We can wrap it up soon.
What? I'm having fun.
I know I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
I might be shitting on Aaron Rodgers, but it's a good time.
Bro, because he sucks.
Come on, bro. Alright. So, the Prem match week. First game we had Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. 2-1. Arsenal had a decent showing. Mason, flip the hat around.
Arsenal.
So Arsenal had a decent showing. A wonder goal by Bukayo Saka, just proving why.
A wonder goal.
Just proving why he's the best right winger in the league.
He's the wonder kid.
They call him Starboy.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nottingham Forest with a late goal. Brighton for Luton Town 1.
Bro.
That was really a given. Like
Luton Town scored their first Prem goal.
Yeah, they were.
And all right, it was a close game for most of the game.
Yeah.
Once
it was,
the second half, it kind of just broke loose, but.
Brighton, yeah, they started running rampage on them, but Luton Town didn't look too bad. Everyone's saying that they're going to finish 20th. I think they're just going to barely scrape relegation and fall like 17th.
Are they were they home that game?
No.
So they
home. Their have you seen their home stadium?
yes, dude, and I think it's gonna be so cool.
Their home stadium is literally in between houses. Like you have to like climb through someone's window to like get to the stadium.
I think I saw that on
Dude,
Instagram.
but I think it's so cool. Like their state. I know it sucks for the Premier League to have like a stadium that only sits like 6,000 people, but that just proves like Matt. That's like Wrexham to a point. Except
Yeah.
Wrexham Stadium's so much nicer. It's just a community who loves their team. Yeah, we know you went to Wrexham. Wrexham. We know, like, they're just a community that just loves their team so much. I think it's really cool. And I think their first match the pictures are going to be so fire.
Yeah.
Especially if they won. We're rushing the field.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not there, but I'm going to rush too.
All right, Newcastle 5, Aston Villa 1. Dude, Newcastle look insane. They're absolutely.
Did you expect... Listen, I knew Newcastle was going to be good. Did you expect Aston Villa to play that poorly?
So, I don't think they really played poorly. I think it was more Newcastle that played even better. We saw Moussa Diaby scored on his debut. We saw, I don't know how to say this, Sandro Tonali scored on his debut. Newcastle just were running rampage. Like, they were just on constantly 100%. Maximan is, missing out right now. Like, Newcastle could be insane with him, but...
What are the odds it's a very low chance. What are the odds Newcastle shocks the world and wins the Prem?
That's very unlikely, in my opinion.
Do you think they have a chance?
I see a lot of people, like, there's this one guy on this podcast that I watch that really, like, talks highly of them, obviously because he's a fan of them, but he thinks, like, they're better than Man United, which...
I think they are.
Dude.
The way they finished last season and the way they started this season with that game, they might be better than Man U. And Man U played so poorly in their game.
Yeah. Man U, moving to that game, Man U 1, Wolves 0. Man United played terribly. They got a lucky goal off of a header from Varane. Not a real good showing from them. Wolves were amazing, just dominating them at Old Trafford.
Can we show a video of what should have been called a pen?
Yeah. So Andre Onana comes out of nowhere, and here, actually, I want to pull it up because I want.
Oh, I thought you were about to like demonstrate it on me. I was scared for my life.
I was gonna punch you in the head, dude. So, look at this.
Who got slapped across the face?
So, what do you like? That is a clear and obvious penalty. The fact that wasn't called is honestly ridiculous to me. Like,
that's a rough no call.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if you're playing FIFA and it's 0-0, and that happens in like the 90th minute, and then the other team scores right away.
Like, exactly. Like, that was
Like, you just
so
gotta turn
clear.
the TV off.
And everybody said, like, literally everyone were like, all the pundits, everybody was like, that was a clear penalty. Like, I don't know how he called that, but they were definitely.
But listen,
very
it also,
wrong with
as
that
the
one.
ref, in that moment, you don't want. That was a great
He
game.
didn't even check it though. That's the thing.
No, I know, but up until that point in the game, it was 0-0, right? At that point,
No.
or it was 1-0.
1-0. It was the 91st minute when that happened.
It's just hard to call a foul in that time of the game. Like, it's so late in the game that you don't want your one decision to affect the outcome of that game, which obviously the no call also affects the outcome.
Saints
but,
Rams DPI 2018.
Yeah. I still, dude, that's still not like it was DPI for sure. But I'm okay with the no flag because truthfully, the Saints got the ball 3 times after that, and they didn't win
So
the
do you
game.
feel
That's
like
on
those are
them.
similar situations where in both those situations, just because of that situation in the game,
No,
you don't
no,
want
that's
the-
a little different.
you don't want the penalty?
See, because that one, that's pretty much a guaranteed goal to tie it up 1-1.
Exactly,
Which
it's
I
a
would have given. All
penalty,
right, I would have given that probably. The other one, they still would have had to make the catch, and then score still. They would have just taken a couple of knees and kicked the field goal. But that no call, that didn't affect the outcome of the game as much because they still went to overtime and they still lost. Like, the Saints had plenty of opportunity to win that game, and they just sold.
There's no overtime besides the extra time.
Right.
Moving on, Man City 3, Burnley 0. The Robot scored 2 goals.
Robots. Holland, in case you didn't know.
I figured.
I didn't know until right now either.
His first goal was mediocre,
Masterclass.
and then his second goal was really good. Like, it was
Masterclass.
top bins off the crossbar. And then Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 0. I kind of messed up on that, but I know the score.
I think you just deleted it a second ago. I thought it was there.
Crystal Palace, decent showing. Not too bad from them. I think they definitely could have played better.
Their team's just so fragile.
Shut up, bro.
Palace.
All right,
Crystal
all right,
seems awfully
Mason.
fragile.
Yeah. All right, next, Fulham 1, Everton 0. Everton are going to get relegated this year.
No.
They're absolutely terrible.
Everton's staying up.
No, they're not.
Everton's winning the league.
Shut the hell up. All right, West Ham 1, Bournemouth 1. Honestly, I saw this coming. They just signed 2 new midfielders. They lost Declan Rice. So they signed 2 new midfielders, James Ward-Prowse, the best free kick taker in the Premier League, and Edson Alvarez, a decent backup to Declan Rice. But
Now we got him.
Wasn't-
Arsenal got Declan Rice.
yeah, don't say we. You're not an Arsenal fan.
I'm wearing the hat, aren't I?
So
Where's your Arsenal hat?
I'm wearing a jersey.
Yeah, a jersey from 1900s.
1990. Okay.
Am I wrong with saying 1900s?
I mean, 1990s is 1900s.
Bro,
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
So Tottenham 2, Brentford 2. No Harry Kane. Son went silent. Ended up giving away a penalty. Which
Is Lloris their starter again or no?
no, Lloris is off. He's not even their backup.
Where is he?
They got rid of him. He's a free agent right now. He's like their third goalkeeper.
Bro, how is he
They
not
signed
on
a
the
new
team?
they signed a new goalkeeper from Portugal or Argentina. Or something
Dude,
like that.
I don't care.
His
Lloris
name's
is still
Vicario.
nice. Lloris is still good.
No, he's not.
He just had a
old.
couple bad
Sucks.
games.
Brentford 2. Brentford honestly looked really sharp. Oh, God. Brentford looked really sharp. My phone died. Wow.
So Brentford played really well to get the 2-2 draw because Tottenham's really not a bad team. Like they're not great. They don't have a ton of star power now, losing Harry Kane, but they're still a decent team and a decent club. So Brentford, I think they should be happy with the draw. They were on the road, so you
No,
know,
they weren't actually.
I thought.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Brentford was home, is what you're saying?
Yes, Brentford was home.
Yeah, no.
They were home.
Why do you have it backwards then?
That's my fault.
Is that the only one you messed up on?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought I was right. Oh my god,
Okay,
I thought I was right.
so moving on to the big game, Chelsea versus Liverpool. 1-1 tie. They've tied in their last 7 meetings, which is kind of a crazy stat line, but Liverpool, they looked like the better team at the beginning and then just did absolutely terrible. I think Alexis McAllister coming in from Brighton to Liverpool looked really good. Szoboszlai coming in to their midfield looked really good. And Chelsea just added 2 new people to their midfield, which is going to pack their midfield even better than it already is right now with Enzo Fernandez. So I want to go into who is the better player, or not better player, who is the better team right now, Liverpool or Chelsea?
I feel like it's very evenly matched.
Yeah, as we saw, the 1-1
1-1.
tie, and they've tied for the past 7 games.
Someone should send them Thai food.
That's staying in.
I don't care. I think that they're slightly better.
Who?
Chelsea's slightly better than Liverpool, I think. Slightly.
Spending a lot of money.
Sometimes
to
you
be
gotta
tied.
spend.
934 million since 2020.
You gotta spend money to make money, baby.
The Yankees of soccer, except Chelsea's better than the Yankees are.
Chelsea's.
I don't know, dude. Chelsea finished middle of the road last
Dude,
year.
the Yankees
too.
are shit right now.
They finished 10th last season. How are you spending that much money and finishing 10th?
You have a bad year. It happens. They didn't play Pulisic. They made a mistake.
A bad year, but like you have the pieces, and like these
Alright,
pieces
so
aren't playing well.
You can have the pieces of the puzzle, but sometimes you put the puzzle piece in backwards. You can have all the pieces to the puzzle. It doesn't mean you know how to finish it.
I'm just laughing at because he went
I
like
know what
this.
you're
He
thinking.
That just means that you're not as good then.
Yeah, like
No,
I feel
but-
like if you're gonna spend this money on people, like we
See,
saw
but that,
Mudryk.
alright, but that was last year.
We saw
though.
Mudryk had the worst season.
It's like the Nets, bro.
And he-
Like they had
he
all
bought-
the pieces,
he
but
was
it doesn't
bought for-
matter.
100 million for the Suns.
Listen, I still think. I think that Chelsea's slightly better. I think next time they play, Chelsea's gonna win.
Yeah, they did just really get a lot of pieces for their midfield. They literally overnight they just spent 160 million.
Which truthfully is light for them. Like that's not a lot of money
But
for them.
how much of it is coming from the actual club and what they earn, and not Todd Bowley and what he makes on his own?
Bro.
If he wants to spend, let him spend.
Yeah.
I just think
Let him
that-
splurge a
I
little
think
bit.
there should be a gap, like
A salary cap?
Salary cap.
Well, that's the thing about soccer. There's no salary cap. So you
On the
go
MLS
out.
there is.
Yeah. All right. Fine. That's the thing about football. It's not as
Right.
good as the MLS. Bring a salary cap over to the Prem, and Arsenal's
I think
not
it
gonna,
would give.
Arsenal's
I think
not
it
going
would
to be
give.
as good. It's going to give every team an equal opportunity to win. Where, so you won't be able to put the best team physically possible out on the field because you're not able. Like Man City right now, if there was a salary cap, Man City wouldn't have Holland.
It would change things, though, wouldn't it?
Of
Aren't
course
you
it would
tired
change
of seeing
things.
Man City win every single game?
No, because they know they spent the money the correct way. It's just the rule. It's like in baseball, there's a salary cap, but you can go over it and just pay a luxury tax on all the guys.
It's a recommendation.
Dude, yeah, it literally is a recommendation.
To the Dodgers, Mets, and Yankees, it's just a recommendation.
And the Phillies now. They went over the salary cap for the first time in like 13 years.
Well, anything else you guys want to touch up on for any other sport?
Shohei Ohtani is the best baseball
Oh my
player of all
fucking
time.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time.
Okay,
He's the most talented
wait.
baseball player of all time.
Where's the weed?
Wait. Just wait. So, in a later video, we can cut to the clip. We did hot takes, and one of the hot takes was, is Shohei Ohtani the most talented baseball player of all time? We got that take from you. Now, can you please explain why?
Why you're so stupid?
Bro throws 101, leading the league in bombs, and is one of the fastest players in the league.
No.
all
Matt
at the same
Alonso
time.
leads the league in home runs.
Matt Olson.
Did I say Alonso?
And
You
is the
said-
National League the same as the American League?
But alright, when we talk about the league, let's be honest, we talk about the MLB as a whole.
Alright, whatever. And he
We
was
don't
leading
care about
MLB.
American.
Yeah,
He
let's
was,
focus
but not
on
anymore.
Still, he's one of the best home run hitters in the league. Is batting 300, which is like 20 to 30 points higher than, I think it's like 30 points higher than Matt Olson.
Matt Olson's batting.
Like 270.
No, he's batting 280. I'm pretty 280.
He was like in the 260s. He's not 290, 100%. I'm saying
I
270.
think he's 280 at least. Because they were showing it yesterday. I'm pretty sure he's.
Alright,
I'm
Otani's like
pretty
at
sure- I
least
think-
25 points higher
Yeah, but-
than.
Listen, is he the best player in baseball right now? Yes, without a
100%.
question of a doubt. Is he the most dominant player of all time? Yes, without a question of a doubt. Most talented is so outlandish. He's been in the MLB for 3-4 years.
Okay, so you don't need. Talent is different from being the GOAT. Like,
Okay,
like if Patrick Mahomes got shot right now, he would die as the most talented
I
quarterback.
don't think so. I don't think he's been the most talented.
Who?
I think there's a number of guys. Give me Joe Montana.
Joe Montana was not more talented than
Yes,
Patrick
he was.
Mahomes.
Yes, he
No,
was.
he was
Yes,
not.
he was. Yes, he was.
No, he was not. Patrick Mahomes had way more arm talent than Joe Montana.
Did you watch Joe Montana play?
Bro, I've seen his highlights, but no, he is not throwing off the back foot like Mahomes can.
Oh
He just cannot make throws like Mahomes can.
Dude, I think you're 100% wrong. Patrick Mahomes is not, and you 100% think Patrick Mahomes is the most talented quarterback of all time.
I won't even say 100%, but I know damn well Joe Montana wouldn't be the first player I think to debate it. I think
Randall Cunningham?
Dan Marino is up there.
What about Randall Cunningham?
Give me Patty, bro.
Bro, no fucking
Give me
chance.
Patrick Mahomes.
No chance. What about? Give me Brett Favre over fucking Patrick
Fuck
Mahomes.
no.
Brett Favre over Mahomes.
Dude, Mahomes has more than Favre's upside and has way less downside. His turnovers
Give me
compared
Brett
to
Favre.
Favre's are
Give me
insane.
Brett Favre over him. Give me
Bro, wait.
Aaron. I think Aaron Rodgers is more talented all time.
But see, I would have Aaron Rodgers in that discussion. Like for me, the top three in my mind would be like Mahomes, Rodgers, Marino. So like I'm not mad at Rodgers being in the discussion, but I would still take Mahomes over Rodgers because Mahomes is better at off-platform throws than Rodgers. But if you made both of them just sit in a pocket and just make normal throws, all right, I'll take Rodgers over Mahomes. But when you take everything into account, give me Mahomes.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers had 2 back-to-back Hail Mary
Oh
completions.
my gosh.
Unheard
you
of.
guys.
Now I'm defending
This
this
is
guy
never
that I
gonna
fucking
end.
hate.
This is never
I'm
gonna
right.
end.
This
We'll let them
podcast will be
like-
an hour and a half long if we
And
have
the
this
last
full
half hour was
argument.
just us arguing about this.
Can I get one more thing with soccer?
Yeah.
So, right here in front of us, we have a video of the Ireland boys trying to talk about
IBP.
soccer. I just want you guys to watch this.
It's rigged or no? What? So Messi, it's his first game in the MLS. The game is tied up. So when it's tied up, it goes to penalty kicks, right? Messi comes in and scores the winning penalty kick. He scored the winning penalty kick on his first game.
Even I know.
That could just be coincidence. So
All right, pause this real quick.
All right, immediate thoughts.
Immediate thought.
Say
Immediate
it's a
thought.
penalty again. I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, immediate thought it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
So them saying is it rigged, bro? He didn't even take a penalty. So they can't. If they don't. If they're saying Americans trying to understand soccer, they don't understand soccer if they're calling that a penalty.
Exactly.
So, all right. First off the bat, that's just already wrong.
Okay, so my question is, like, how do they pick the person that's gonna do the penalty? The person that gets penalized?
All right, wait. Who is this guy?
I have no idea who that is. I'm not gonna lie. It's just some random that they brought.
Is he the one that brought this up?
I don't actually. No, it was this one.
Nick?
Yeah. Let's go back.
Penalized, or they gets the penalty against them? Oh, okay. So did they make it the team captain? Probably. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they're actually explaining how you take the order of penalties, but they're still
but
wrong.
It's still
They're
not
still
a penalty,
wrong.
It's still free.
So
kick.
yeah, for,
Yeah, none of this
they're saying-
matters for
They're
this.
saying the
Exactly.
captain. First off, he wasn't the captain of that game.
No,
he didn't even start that game.
Yeah, no, he didn't start
And
that game.
when you do pens, you don't pick an order of captain, this person, this person, this person. You just pick. Ireland boys make great content, and they've transitioned really well from making like prank videos into now having like their own podcast.
Well,
and doing
clearly
other
they don't
stuff.
know what the hell they're talking about on this podcast.
This right here.
But listen to this.
You just got breaking news that Messi's going to be the MLS soccer league here in America. Let's be honest, I think we could have all seen that one coming. Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
there's no captain of the MLS.
Now I do think
He's the
that
face of the MLS.
Yeah, but who saw? What did they see that they were like, oh, Messi's the captain of the MLS?
Yeah, they said breaking news. Like one of them just like read something off the internet. Like
Messi's
I don't know
the
what he
captain
read.
of the MLS.
now. Can I see the comments on this, please?
Yeah, let's see. Tell me you don't watch football. Don't tell me you don't watch football.
Of course, you call it football.
One, it wasn't a penalty, it was a free kick. Messi is known for his free kicks. Obviously, he's a great player, so he'd be better at them than the rest of the Inter Miami players. A bunch of teams scored free kicks at the last minute, so it's a game and anything can happen.
No, you know what else made me mad? What's the title of the short? They're talking about it being rigged, right? And then they never bring that
Exactly.
Well,
up.
I
Yeah,
think their whole
again.
point is like it's like Messi's first game he comes on and scores is like they're saying it's rigged like for him to score the winner, which I think is just completely outlandish.
Video.
And when they don't even know what is happening,
Bro, that's like if you took like
and
Shohei.
Xanax could talk. My whole thing here is
This is exactly why people call it the Burger League, because of people like this.
Bro, because that's like if you took Shohei, put him in like an Italian baseball league, and he threw a perfect game. Oh, it's rigged. No, he's just better than everybody else on the field.
All right.
No one off the top of
Are
my
we
head.
are we playing Wavelength like you said?
have you ever played Wavelength? Like, do you know what it is?
I know what it is. I've seen it on TikTok.
All right.
Why don't
Jack-
you just play with him?
Well, no, close your eyes. Kevin, close your eyes.
Okay.
And
We're
gonna come up with a number.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Me and Jack are
Wait, is
gonna
this
come up
going
with
to
a
be
number.
just like sports players or just anything?
You can pick any category.
Wait, I'm picking it.
Oh my god, dude! Close your eyes.
Close your
Now
eyes.
we have to pick a new number. Yeah, you're good. So pick your first category, and I'm gonna answer it, and then ask Jack for something.
We'll go. You want to go?
Yeah, we'll
twice
both do
each?
twice.
Okay.
Sodas.
Oh.
Ooh,
You can get specific with it.
A soda.
I could go if you don't feel confident.
No,
let
there's
Jack.
one that I feel is really
Okay, go ahead.
Sprite.
Okay.
Alright, but are we talking like Sprite or McDonald's Sprite?
Nah, just Sprite.
Alright.
Give your next category to Jack.
Football quarterback. I
I
should have
Jack
asked
is the
you
worst
this.
person to ask that. You want me
never
to-
mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. I'll save that one for you. Give me. How's your NBA knowledge?
Decent.
It's decent, not great.
If you say a position, I'm not gonna be able to help you. If you say a team, then I probably will.
Just give me any basketball player,
Okay. Jesus.
or if you can give me a player like they're shooting, like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like think of a player shooting.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, LaMelo Ball.
All right, so we got Sprite and LaMelo Ball. All right. All right. All right. Give me an NFL QB.
Dak Prescott.
Do you not like Sprite, bro?
No,
like-
come on.
I think
on.
like
All
the
right.
consensus for what
All right,
Dak
how many
Prescott is.
are we doing? Like how many?
You get one more to
questions?
Jack.
One more for me.
And then you know, do one more to Jack and then just ask out loud and like
Yeah, well,
we'll either one of us will answer. So 5 total.
All right. Fast food chain.
Dude, this is easy. I feel like.
Wendy's.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
All right, so now this one can be both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say aloud.
MLB pitcher.
All right. Oh. Whew. You want a starting pitcher, like a closer, or does it not matter?
Give me a starter.
Starter.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh wow. I'd say this season, Aaron Nola.
All right, so we got Sprite, we got LaMelo Ball shooting, we got Wendy's,
Wendy's.
and then
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott, Aaron Nola.
What are you thinking before you put in your final? Like, is there like a range that you have?
I right now I'm around 6 to 7 range.
Okay.
It's throwing me off because you said Dak Prescott and I know you hate Dak Prescott.
Yeah, when I said Dak Prescott, I was going more for what the consensus of Dak Prescott is, not my own opinion on him.
Okay. I really like Sprite.
Okay. Does knowing that
Let's
it's
get
like,
it. Let's get a number.
yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. You guys pick a number for me now.
All right.
You know when you guys got it.
All right.
Oh. All right. I'll start out with Jack.
Okay.
Give me a sauce, like barbecue sauce,
Okay.
hot honey. You can get specific, like Asian zing from.
Oh, dude, I don't know what sauce that you would. Tartar sauce.
Oh, okay. All right.
I feel like that was a good one.
All right. How's your knowledge of like cars?
Pretty good.
All right. Give me a car brand, like Ford, Chevy, stuff like that.
Oh, a brand?
Yeah.
You can say like skip if you want and you want to know.
Dude, can I give you like a more specific one?
Yeah.
1999 Ford Ranger.
Oh shit! Wait. Oh, dude, that could go either way. Dude, Ford fucking Ranger.
Okay.
Dude, those shits are gonna run to 5,000
No, but I want
miles.
you to think of like
That's about one.
one
specific-
specific one.
Okay. I'm sitting where I think.
I feel like that was an inside joke that was cheating.
Okay. Give me an Arsenal player. If you say the person I would think you're gonna say, then I have my answer pretty much locked in already.
Tommy Asu.
Oh, okay. It's either one or two. How do I narrow this down?
You got 2 more.
I know. Give me a day of the week.
That's so easy, dude.
Monday morning.
Okay, all right. This is for either of you.
I feel like that doesn't help narrow it down.
No, it helps. I feel like.
I feel like he has it in the bag.
Give me a time of day.
– 5 a.m.
See, I like my 5 a.m. days, but I could tell by the rest of them.
For me, a 5 a.m. day.
For you, okay,
Kevin.
it's a
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it right on the dot.
See, I was pretty confident it was gonna be a 1 or 2 after
After
tartar
tartar.
sauce.
Really?
Tommy Asu pretty much locked it in as a 1 because I know you hate him with a passion.
Yeah.
I was hoping you said Tommy Asu.
All
Alright, close your eyes.
Dude, I'm not gonna get this. I can't end the streak. You guys both got it.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, we
You
got
guys
it.
good?
Yep.
We're gonna ask us about Premier League and we're gonna have no idea.
Give me the best all-time striker. No. All right.
Harry Kane.
All right.
Well, you don't want to ask for the best because that really wouldn't help you at all.
Give me sports company, Mason. Like a sports brand, like Adidas, Nike,
Oh,
like one of them.
I'd say Adidas.
So we're hot. All right.
I couldn't go too high though. I couldn't go to where I wanted to.
Okay. Give me a drink. Any drink, Kevin.
Any drink?
He doesn't know about alcohol, so don't give him any of those.
I'm gonna get really specific. I don't know if you know about this, but Taco Bell Pepsi.
Oh, fuck. Good call.
Oh no. Okay. Mason, give me an Arsenal player.
Fuck. Give me Bukayo Saka.
Okay. All right, we're up now. All right.
I thought I had to bring him up a little.
Give me a class in school.
Dude, this is different for everyone. You know what?
That's
I think
different
it's easy.
for everybody.
I think
Really?
it's easy. I think it's easy though.
Gym class.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, man.
While in gym, not during health. Not during
Yeah,
health.
during gym.
Dude, you guys are.
All right, what's making it tough for you?
Because I feel like we already. It could be the best, but it also could be slightly worse than the
So
best.
where are you sitting? Like, what's your range right now?
9 to 10.
Okay. So you got to give something that's gonna narrow it down between.
Just
these two.
allowed now? Because I think I asked you
Yeah.
both too.
Yeah.
Give me a Nelk member.
Do you want me to take this one?
Do you when you think of Nelk, do you think more about old Nelk or new Nelk?
Any?
I still think
You
you
can
do
go.
know.
You take that one.
I'd say Steve.
10.
It was a 9.
Nine.
No!
Dude, that's why I know you guys probably didn't like him on the pod too much. He's,
I think your guys' dynamic was amazing.
he wasn't
Their
almost
subscribers
better,
got
almost
double.
better than ours. So
Well,
Should-
like,
alright.
coming to the other
we're
sports.
gonna throw a little bit of a poll down. Do we A, never bring Kevin back? B, only have Kevin and Mason and get rid of Jack?
I feel like we could call these episodes like the boys episodes.
Or C, kind of have Kevin as a guest that comes and goes. I'm more leaning towards B, having Kevin as the co-host. No, this was episode 9. Thank you guys for watching. Kevin, if you want to say anything to the 26 subscribers.
Fuck Penn State.
Oh,
We've been going for like
goodbye.
2 hours.
Episode 9.
Yeah, bitch so bad I wanna shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you want, it ain't nothing but a loop. Don't listen to friends.